Welcome back, everyone. Alright, so last time we went ahead and cleared out the labyrinth for the level 55 version. Got our damage increase while having endurance stacks. And now it's time for us to continue on our way. We're going to kill doedre the explorer. Okay, she was actually some type of I think a magician of some right. What did he just say? Ota Hirakura. It's almost like I don't know. Toko. I don't know what it's supposed to mean in his native language. I believe he's part of the Aurora. He's part of the Kamui? I don't remember their names. Anyways. Not that's too important. He's just a marauder. He's just a beast. He's just a tank. He's just a you know, big buff dude. Who, I mean, I've mentioned before. No, wait. I always say before, I believe I mentioned before, but I know I've mentioned before. You can do anything with just about any character in this game. I believe I mentioned that fire tends to be on the strength side of the tree. Well, there are some fire spells, basically, and you could actually, especially through the chieftain path, make a fire-based spell warrior. In fact, there are some physical, physical spells? Yeah, physical spells. And because this thing does a general lifespan, right? Okay, because this thing does a general increased damage per endurance charge, increased area of effect, right? And you can go with stats that just do increased physical damage, and you could do like a physical spell build if you wanted to. Or you could do some conversion and make it like a fire physical build. There aren't really any limits. The only reason why I don't suggest you usually go on something like a physical build is just because he doesn't have a lot of, or a spell build is because, you know, a lot of his innate right there tree patterns are not for spells necessarily. But I mean, you can do it. You can work it. It takes a little work, and going further towards the witch tree, I think a crit build with it would be really hard to do. Not impossible, but because you have to bypass a lot of nodes innately unless you plan it, which, you know, is something that... Ooh, death bow. Do I need to empty out my bag? Oh, it's a harp. Okay, that's a good one. When you upgrade, my bag is pretty much full. I need to rework. I need to go back and let me just open up the portal and go back. Why make it difficult? Why not just do it? Anyways,
You looking sharp.
That feels odd. Anyways, no, you can totally go with like a staff or something, and you can most definitely build a, let's see, attack speed if you do the previous line. No, thank you. We don't do crits in this build. Let's see. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult to plan out. I don't think I should need to do it for you, but basically anything in the tree that says increased physical damage, not this one says melee physical, so that's specific to melee, or if it says attack damage, or if it says with attack damage or melee, it's not going to work for a physical spell build, obviously. First, certain those are obvious, but this one has the word attack in it, will not work with physical, so you can't use it for regenning. But you can do stuff like do an impale physical build with spells, like Or you don't have to do spells, because you could use, what is it? Lancing Steel Axe, kind of like a spell. So, I mean, it's not a spell, it's an attack move, so you can get these benefits here. But it acts like a spell in that you shoot a projectile from seemingly nowhere. You know, there's no interaction with your weapon, like slamming into the ground kind of thing. And it's based off of your stats on your stats on your weapon, so weapon increases also affect it. But you can most definitely do stuff like let's see, anything. Couldn't do these ones, couldn't do these ones. You wouldn't want these ones. If you were doing a spell build, you probably have to go... You could do these nodes. Let's see. See, it says with two-handed weapons. If it was just like increased damage while having a two-handed weapon, then it would work. So that's 20% chance to impale enemies on hit with a two-handed weapon, which means the skill has to use your two-handed weapon. But it said while holding a two-handed weapon, then it'd be much more versatile. And you could do spells, or you could just have a two-handed weapon equipped. They have that the while effect up here with stabs for crit. Increases global critical strike rating while wielding a staff. A lot of times they'll include global, just because the while isn't very well built in. But you know, if they just removed global and made a lot more things having while in it, then maybe while would become a more global meaning word in their builds, or not their builds, their tree. A lot of them here do elemental. Let's see, I don't think there is much in the way that just increases spell damage or physical damage, just physical damage by itself. Let's see, and melee physical. No. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it would be most definitely a challenge to do spells. Other than fire, with a Marauder. You would probably need to go staff and go all the way up to the top and all the way into here if you wanted to do like a crit version. Or you could do elemental overload version, which would be probably fine. That would probably be the best bet if you wanted to do that. But hey, you might have. Oh, I gotta go back before I lose my stuff that I just got. Yada yakking. Anyways, this I wish it was 5 link, then I could actually consider it. But this one, it upgrades. You need to basically cycle through a bunch of silver coins with the Navalia? Naval? I don't know. The one chick in town. Oh, by the way, this one, I might have some troubles here just because of all the chaos damage here. Because this entire area is all chaos damage. So this is in the point in time where having a lot of health is actually good. And having full resistances is not so much needed. But I mean, it's just for this one section. And basically, if you have enough health things and regen effects, you'll be fine. If nothing else, you know, if you really want to just be like running on minimal nothing and just hopefully one-shotting everything, well, hopefully you one-shot it. And then you have enough regen to deal with stuff, or you have just leveled, and then therefore if you die, who cares? Because at this point in time we are now actually starting to lose experience as we die. And it becomes more significant as we get higher up. Yeah, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's just part of this game, otherwise everyone would be level 100. Level 100 is actually a kind of a rough thing and takes a long... I mean, you can do it very slowly if you want to, by doing the very low-end tier maps and very safe ones, and you'll eventually do it. But a time in this is roughly, as you may know, only a month or two, or 3 months. I think 13 weeks is, I'd say, their average time. So as you know, it's 13 weeks is all you have to do it, and you could do it, but maybe you want to do some other builds. So I typically end up not doing too far into maps, because I'm not. I have more fun kind of like playing with the builds and getting there, and then usually by the time I get to the cap section, I'm like, I'm gonna try something else. You know, it's like I've been doing this build for a while, or I've been doing this setup for a while. I think one of the things that I would like them to have is, like in Diablo 3, is have an adventure mode. And that is that after you... I mean, this doesn't really take that long, but leveling up to cap level in D3 is maybe a little bit too fast. But this one's a little bit too slow, leveling up to like the 70s. So I would like it to have somewhere a mixture between the two, where you have adventure mode and maybe take you like 3 hours, 4 hours. I think people can do this in that time really easily, but I meant the average. So probably like the other people who speedrun this thing and do it in like 3 hours or whatever would be able to do it in I don't know, 2, 1, something ridiculous like that. All right, now we're killing Dora the Explorer. That valve thing there, you can use that because what you're getting is stacks on you. If you don't have enough damage to deal with the stacks, you then push it and resets it. And then she has a different effect on her. And a different kind of, you know, thing. And so you reset that, and then you can go ahead and, you know, get stacks you want. She does a lot of chaos damage. I think she's one of the few that does do a lot of chaos damage. And you see that was pretty easy. As I said before, most definitely not my fastest kill, but wasn't bad. Now we get to go back. This is one of the points I do go back, as opposed to just going forward. I think you can just go forward, but I like to go back and grab all of the things here. Oops. No, I want the reward. What kind of reward do I need to look for? What is my lowest resistance? They're not that bad, actually. So, I thought they'd be worse. I guess we'll just take one and see how it rolls. Let's see if I were to replace one. I most definitely want... There's plenty of cold resistance. That's a lot of resistance on that, actually. Wow. Maybe this is probably the worst one, I have to say, so let's take a fire and lightning one. We'll look and see what it gives us. Probably gonna be crap. And it's crap. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well. If it was... Hello? Hello? Is this how it sounds like? Is this how I should sound like? Hello? Yeah, this Death's Harp, when you evolve it, turns into a really good bow. That is, I guess, useful for any... Ooh, I can use that on my other character. That's nice. Global crit. Health, plenty of health. Yeah, use that on my other character. Yeah, it's a bow. Bow. Build. Okay. So I'm gonna put this stuff away. I'm going to quickly do this. Let's see, that's got some level to it. That's crap. And this is also I guess it's technically better. Not by that much though. Okay, the bow went back. Prismatic ring? I already have one. What? What? Oh yeah, so this low life stuff that it gives you here, you can actually make a build to where you use these blood magic supports and make it to where you reserve your health to 35%. And that is considered low life, because you are then a low life. No. And when you're at that point, you can then, let me clean this up. Brain work, please. You can use stuff like this one and have basically that act all the time. Although it does not work in pairing with chaos inoculation, because that sets your life to 1, your maximum life to 1. So that means your life is always at max and at minimum, because technically if you're at 0, you're dead. But you can use that in tandem with Shivani's wrappings, and to where your chaos damage will not skip your energy shield, and then you just go for massive amounts of energy shield and low life, and you have all those benefits in one. It's quite a powerful build, but if you don't have high amount of stats and equipment, you probably die quite often. In fact, a lot of times they don't suggest you switch to a low life style until you get, I don't know, I think like 6,000 or 7,000 life, as it were. Not life, that's not the correct word, energy shield. And then you can go ahead and flop about, or switch back, or switch to it. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here now. So remember to like, comment, share, maybe, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, Adidase, and a sayonara to you. Bye, everybody.